Hi everyone. Um, it's me again. Today I actually want to talk about the offense. I was kind of at a crossroad today um, between taking offense or letting it go. And my heart was heavy, and I saw this verse from Philippians I want to read for you. It's from Philippians chapter 1, verse 9. It's a passion version for me. I continue to pray for your love to grow and increase beyond measure, bringing you into the rich revelation of spiritual insight in all things. This will enable you to choose the most excellent way of all, becoming pure and without offense until the unveiling of Christ. And you will be filled completely with the fruits of righteousness that are found in Jesus, the Anointed One, bringing great praise and glory to God. So Paul is actually praying for Philippians, and he is saying that I am praying that your love for God will grow, increase like beyond measure, like so big. And that will actually bring the revelation of spiritual insight in all things, right? And he said, when your love grows and you get rich revelation of spiritual insight, this will enable you to choose the most excellent way of all. So you have to really know love of God, gives you rich revelation, spiritual insight, and it will actually help you to choose most excellent ways. What are those? Becoming pure and without offense until unveiling of Christ. I don't know if that means until Jesus comes back, but he's not here yet. So it's a long time. And the result will in your life will be filled completely with the fruits of righteousness that are found in Jesus. So when you do this, your life will be filled with the fruits that were found in Jesus. That's just shocking. Because when I see Paul, or like Philippians or James or things, it actually overwhelms me because this is a guy who just kind of like put too much pressure on all of us. He was actually in jail while writing this, and this is the most joyful book in the Bible. And sometimes it would discourage me because, like, how can you top that? Um, Nobody can. Like, cringe or get anxious or stressed with certain things that happen. Today, like, all of a sudden, my bank shut down, like, with some reason. We couldn't use any cards and things, and I had to try to figure out for a couple hours, and that kind of like crumbled my routine of the day. And even that small thing takes away joy of the Lord. Yet Paul is in this jail and he's saying the most beautiful thing that you could ever hear. But one thing that really helps me is he was not without pain. Um, I was like researching about it. I'm gonna read it for you. I was particularly interested in this verse because I was deciding in my heart, somebody said something and I heard it. Should I go to the road of being offended, what I call self-protection, or do I surrender to what God says? And then what does it look like? And when we see Paul here, he says, in order to have life without offense, the antidote of that is love. And this love is not about like feeling love or being nice to someone, but he's actually talking about the love in your heart is infused with something more than you. It's infused with God's spirit that infuses our heart that we're able to love differently. And that is the key and the antidote if you are struggling with an offense. So here I am, kind of like simmering with what I heard from this person. And I'm like, yeah, like what that person said was bogus. it's not true. Like I'm completely being misunderstood, and that person doesn't have a right to say that about me. What about that person? Look at that person's life, and you know, all of like self-preservation starts coming up, and it's so easy to take offense because it just feels so right. It's about my right. It's about my image, and then that person, are taking it away or harming it. So my way of protecting is fighting it up, right? That's a worldly way. But God's ways are very different, because Paul says most excellent way of all is becoming pure and without offense. So if you have offense in your heart, you're not pure, because we know what offense does to our heart. First, we close our hearts. We don't talk to that person. I'm talking about very micro level here. I cannot even think about other things because I look at my life. If I get offended, I withdraw. I don't talk to them. And then I look at my words and my behavior. I started speaking negatively about them subtly in the beginning, here and there. And it kind of snowballs into bigger ones. And there's that narrative that is created with the help of the enemy, the lie that I started believing as truth. And if you go there, many of you may have been there. I've been there many times. You have no peace. You could feel justified. You could feel like, oh, yeah, it feels good. And you get angry and all. But inside, you know that you are not joyful. You're not like happy. You're not radiating. It's because bitterness has a way of poisoning each one of us, our soul. So the antidote of that is infusing it with love, not just sentimental warmth, not like polite kindness. I'm not talking about that, but it's a posture of receiving from God what you don't have. So our first job when you are at the crossroad of fence is not like, oh, I'm not going to be offended. I'm not going to be offended. That's not the way to go. It is checking the posture and say, God, I can't do it. Can you make my posture towards you so that my soul and spirit is infused by your love? If we do that right, it might take some time. It's a slow cooker. It's not instant pot. You have to stay at that place. God, can you infuse me with your love so that the way that I look at that person is infused with what you see about that person? And all of a sudden, at the right moment, if you stay there long enough, God softens your heart again. God helps you see the brokenness of the other person. God also helps you see brokenness in you as well. He reveals like fears and like here and there, I make comments that reveals my fear. It's self-protection. And it helps us to trust God that He knows what He's doing. It all comes down to trust. Do I trust God that He will vindicate for me? Nobody might believe it. People might believe the rumor. And if I don't say anything, what happens, right? But when you could later say something. I'm not saying don't say anything, but at the right timing, you need to be at a place of receiving that love from God before you do anything. Because in the end, you are not letting the poison come into your heart and you will lose your pure heart. And the pure heart is a connection to God. So we will lose connection with God. And that's just, I know what that looks like in my life. I become very tense, stressed out, and sharp. My words become very sharp to my children. Um, and once I go to self-preservation mode, I forget all of my faults. I just am there to protect my narrative, my position. And yeah, dreams are not good and it's not that fun. So this verse really challenged me today because I really wanted to take offense, but I was very thankful to see it and say, God, can you infuse my spirit and my soul with your love? I don't want to take the road of offense again. That's my prayer. So I want to end with short blessing prayer for you guys. May your love abound more and more in knowledge and all discernment. May God give you a heart that is soft where pain tries to harden you, clear where confusion tries to cloud you, and peaceful where offense tries to take root. May you choose what is excellent, not by striving, but by the Spirit's gentle work with you. And may you be filled with the fruit of righteousness that comes through Jesus Christ, to the praise and glory of God. Amen. Philippians 1 9 to 11. So if you feel hurt, misunderstood today, don't worry, you're not alone. I'm with you. And I pray that you will not take the road of offense, but you will surrender and let God carry that weight. And God will do it. So, blessings.